So now what we do is we are going to do the marking and the pinning. So the first step is to open the dart and do the marking. So we start from the shoulder dart. We take out the pin. Before taking out pin, you have to see whether both the sides are marked. Then you open it. You get the middle point of the dart and then you join it with the apex point, the straight line. Okay, the second step is we go 1 inch away from apex point, mark there, and from there you join the both the dart legs which you have marked while draping. So we both the dart legs we mark with a straight line. Okay, done. One dart done. Then we move on to the second dart, which is the waistline dart. Before taking out, make sure both the sides are marked. Then we get the middle point of this. Kindly measure and get the middle point. It can be anywhere, not necessarily on this line. Then again we follow the same thing. We join the middle point of the dart with apex point, straight line. Then we go 1 inch down from the apex point, and that 1 inch down point goes and meets the dart leg, both the dart legs. Make sure it's neat and clean. Done till here. Now we do the pinning. So we fold the dart and pin it. Okay. So folding will go towards the side seam. That means the dart intake will go towards, the dart intake is behind, which goes towards the side seam. So the intake faces towards the side seam. So we take these tiny pins, the smallest pins which are very thin. We take few of them and we start pinning. So now comes the pinning in the seam, and when we pin, we take a small pinch of all 3 layers and then we pin them all together. It's alternative of stitching. Why we pin is so that we can do any adjustment at this level, because this is not the final one right now. We'll have to put it on and see if there are any corrections to be made. So pinning happens at every 1 inch. You put one pin and you take just 1 mm of the fabric. And the pins are perpendicular to the dart. This done, then we move on to the second one. And now this dart is slightly on an angular grain, so it will tend to stretch if you don't take care of it nicely. So fold it very nicely, gently, without stretching. A pattern making table will help you. The table will help you. This is not the pattern making table. In pattern making table the fabric doesn't slip, so it helps. The same way for this dart also. The intake goes towards the side seam. make sure you don't stretch the dart because it is on an angle. It may tend to get stretched. With lot of patience you will have to do this, and pinning is a very important part of draping. A correct pinning will give you correct fit. So we are done. Now we do the marking. So first we do the marking of the, okay, we'll do it all together. So first we take the French curve, we put it here this way, where it goes in a curve around the neck, and when we do the marking, we make sure that we start at a right angle. This is center front, we have to start at a right angle and go around and end there. In the process, if you do not meet some points, it's okay, but the idea is to have a complete curve. Then we do the shoulder line. Okay, there's one more point over there. Then comes the shoulder line, so which is a straight line. Then is the armhole. So it doesn't matter if even if the French curve does not sit on the marking, you can move the French curve slightly, but when you move the French curve, make sure it creates one good curve and no angles. Okay, so it has to be right angle here, it has to be right angle over here. Then comes the side seam, which is a straight line, very easy. The last one is waistline. Now the waistline is not a straight line, it is a very slight curve. So we start by putting the French curve like this. The curve is facing the dart and it is downward curve. Okay, so we do this, and the most straighter part is this one, and we take this and we make sure again we start with the right angle because the other side also is there. If this is not a right angle, you will get a V like this or like that. So to avoid that, we do it on a right angle. Now in this process, if these two dots go up and down, doesn't matter, you have to draw a line which goes from here to here, beginning to end. It has to be a nice curve following between these two, or it can go from one also, one of these. So I go this half, I draw like this, then I turn, flip it, this goes again inside and it is a right angle again. So I start. Now this one is slightly longer, so I have to move my French curve slightly, and then I get a nice curve, which is very less curve. Okay, once you're done with this much, your draping is done. Now you have to mark the seam allowance. Seam allowance is required if you have to stitch it somewhere. So here the seam allowance we keep 3 by 8 inch. You can mark everywhere. Here seam allowance is ½ inch. And on the armhole is again 3 by 8. So wherever there is a curve, a less curve, it is 3 by 8, and wherever there is a straight line, it is ½ inch, and only on the neckline the seam allowance goes very less, which is ¼ inch. ¼ inch because the neck is right there protruding out, so we can't have much of the seam allowance. So if you want, you can actually mark. So here I am marking it. So now you can just do 3 by 8 approximately. I mean, you have to do it exact 3 by 8 and 3 by 8 over here. And on the neckline, ¼ inch. And then we cut it.